Hello everybody, we have quite the impressive What on earth did I just watch? But hey, only one person left. I don't know if that says more about my audience, which was jam-packed by the way, but hey, I was also one of them that remained. Sienna and Jonathan are trying to get back to a normal life, but she is haunted by her experience, literally seeing her dead friend and on edge anticipating yet another one-on-one. Really well building to her inevitable encounter with Art the Clown. We jump timelines a little bit from present day and a not so family friendly encounter with Art Close to how Art comes back from having his head chopped off. My really big fear with this film was the fact that it's got a massive potential to just be a total gore and torture prawn fest. But I'm glad to say it had a little bit more to it than just that. Throughout this movie, Sienna is taken in by a family and is helping her get back on her feet, coming out of hospital, taking medication to try and get on with her life. And a lot of tension is successfully built when she finally realises that Art is back and trying to warn the family, thanks to what I thought really well built relationships. I actually kind of really felt for these characters, especially Gabby, who Sienna is incredibly protective of, which I certainly wasn't expecting to see when I left this film. Without a doubt, my favourite part of the Terrifier 3 is the dark comedy. I had some genuine laugh out loud moments throughout this film, whether it's Art's "he has Johnny" moment or laughing and pointing to an axe, like "you're next madam." One of my expected gripes with this film is I wish it left a little bit more to the imagination. Sometimes less is more. For instance, with a younger person, you just see him going into the room and hearing the chops and the crunches, casually leaving the bedroom to go to another. And then you have the likes of Jericho's death, and pretty much everybody else for that matter, seeing literally everything, face peels and all. But another aspect that I did actually like is the fact that it's not just Art going kill to kill. The world feels lived in. Workers, shoppers, party goers, some more time with the family. Neither, however, are safe from Art's wrath. Kids are very much included in that. One scene with those workers, my mouth was open for probably a good minute after. That Victoria thing fulfills herself with this shard of glass, and you see it all, just casually, while Art rips some guy's face off. In this, Art seems to have like some lair, like Michael Myers has his house, and I wish it went a bit more into that in his origin. But he builds weapons and he really is like a crazed kid psychopath. And his killing tools are really his toys. There's also a subplot here with some podcast couple kind of obsessed with speaking to survivors of Art the Clown, who her dream is to have an encounter with the thing himself. And boy, does it come true. Leading to a rather disturbing shower scene, which I thought was actually really well done until it became just nonsensical and gratuitous. Clearly just trying to top the previous film's mega kills, and it was just far too much. As we see in the trailer, he gets a Santa outfit, and well, that moment certainly does not let us down. It's a rather spectacular moment where he meets Santa Claus, and it's very important to remember that if a Santa doesn't have a real beard, he's not a real Santa. Speaking of which, doesn't get an easy kill thanks to Art's new toy he builds. The movie really can be quite intense at times with all these crazy kills, so it's rather impressive that it can fit in this comedy. Dark, very dark, but comedy and funny nonetheless. And it gets one big bonus point for what I like to believe is a tribute to Jingle All the Way. The biggest problem for me, apart from the excessive gore, is you get snippets into the mythology of the sword in its background, and I just wish it leaned more into its ability to be a genuinely good film. And not just, yay, gore! The ending, it's pretty messed up, and it really had me questioning what am I doing seeing this. But it has a pretty epic battle that would put Star Wars The Phantom of the Menace to shame. And it is truly quite a horror spectacle, and I cannot believe that I am saying this, but this is a one to see on the big screen. I really enjoyed the Christmas aesthetic of the film and the real grindhouse synth score throughout the movie. Very Mandy-like with Nicolas Cage. This is both a really great Halloween and Christmas film. Scratch that actually, don't watch this at Christmas. Terrifier 3 gets an 8 out of 10. Massive respect for what they've managed to do with these films. Really building quite the following, and I'm genuinely interested to see what is to come. Will you be checking this movie out? I do actually recommend it. Let me know below, and stay with the horror theme, checking out these videos just yet, and let's get through this spooky time together.